Hey guys, it's Laura Giles with Pan Society. Our animist tidbits are designed to help you understand modern animism a little bit better to make your animist practice a bit more meaningful. If you saw my last video, I was talking about soul loss. Today I'm going to talk about how to bring those lost parts home, so stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. If our channel is useful, please hit that subscribe button and share us with your peeps. It's a great way to give us that virtual high five and say thanks. So, soul retrieval is the process of bringing your lost parts home. If you didn't see the video on soul loss, be sure to check that one out right after this. So, sometimes parts of us leave because it's just too painful to stay. Now, what I'm about to say is based on my personal and professional experience with soul retrieval and my experience as a trauma therapist. So your experience may be different. If so, that's cool. And please share it with us below in the comments so that we can see a variety of perspectives. So, soul loss is a lot less common in cultures that live more closely to nature because humans are animals. Wild animals don't get PTSD. Mammals have a natural protective mechanism, namely shaking, that helps us to shake off shocks. The only mammals that don't do this are research animals, farm animals, zoo animals, so domesticated animals, and of course modern humans. In other words, two things are happening with these domesticated animals. So we're experiencing very unnatural lives, and we learn to override our natural impulses. So every time you have an inclination to shake or cry, or your mom when you were little, or teacher says, stop that, or behave, you just stop yourself out of fear of embarrassment, or you override your natural trauma buffer that can protect you against soul loss. So you're teaching your body not to do it. And sometimes the shock is just too great and the soul loss will happen anyway. But that's rare in animist cultures. So one way to avoid soul loss in the first place, or to experience spontaneous soul retrieval, is through learning to live naturally again. So letting yourself, your body just do what it does. I've had multiple soul retrievals, and all but one was spontaneous. Another way to have a spontaneous soul retrieval is through rituals like the seer. So many cultures understand that we need to purge ourselves of our pent-up monsters periodically and call our lost parts home. They have community practices for this, so do we. So some involve dancing, shaking, vision quests, deprivation, or plant medicine. Any of these can be effective ways to bring the soul parts home. This is an especially useful maintenance practice for small losses that you didn't even know happened. If you can't do it alone or in community, most animist communities have a spirit walker who goes into the other world to find your lost part and bring it home for you. Now here's the problem that I see with that in modern societies. Okay? If the rest of you isn't ready to receive that lost part, what's the point in bringing it home? What I mean is, it's coming with a lot of baggage to unpack. This is not a get out of jail free card. This is work. So imagine that you lived in a house with lots of rooms, and in one, something horrible happened. So you put all the memories and pain in that room and lock the door. Well, now your house is not being utilized to its full potential, and you can't fully enjoy it either, right? So you want to have a whole house, right? But when you open the door, all the horror comes back, and all that has to be cleaned up before it becomes an asset to you again. If you don't have any more skills or support than you did when you closed the door, it's not going to do a whole lot of good to open it again. So you'll probably just close it right back up again, right? So it's too much. So my opinion on soul retrieval is that things happen in their own time. We can't rush the sun or the snows. They come when they come. And if you don't have the culture and the animist background to move through a spontaneous soul retrieval, wait until your mind, body, and spirit are ready to receive that part back. It knows who you are. You can't be separated forever. It wants to come back, and it will when the environment is right. So if you want to make yourself ready, learn, grow, work on yourself, create healthy boundaries, eat well, learn healthy relationship skills, learn about your nature and nature as a whole, learn coping skills, connect, create a tribe, feel your feelings, Be willing to love and forgive. Essentially, be the best human that you can be. Face your fears. Be honest. Stop lying or hiding what happened. There's no escape from the truth. Let it be as it is, and your soul parts will come home of their own accord. You can't open a door to a messy room and be ill-equipped to deal with the mess. Do you have the right tools to do the job? Do you have the right skills to use those tools? If so, how you clean one room will work for the next one. Now, I've heard stories of how soul retrieval work created miraculous changes overnight. Anything's possible. But if you do the work of healing yourself, you can be sure that it's going to be sustainable. After all, you're always the most important factor in your own healing. So, tell me your soul retrieval stories. I'd love to hear them, and let's compare experiences. Ciao.